405 with the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll run here with Spiller. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll give to Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Isaiah Spiller. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point up and good by Garibay, and it's now a 7-0 game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Hunter Renfrow to return it from his own zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Bulldozes past him. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they took up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's got room. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run behind center with Spiller. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Clay did on the last one.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 2nd and a couple, Carr. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
defensively what the play design was.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he's got Renfrow in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. Oh, he bowls over him. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Herbert off of play action. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll spot Hurd open left side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to run with Spiller, and he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Carr. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert, he gets this out to Spiller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
And some room to work. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 115 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Finds Spiller on the check down. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert caught left side. Williams. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defense.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 35 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 21-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From his end zone, here's Renfro. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
On play action, now Carr. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit him.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now they go end around with Adams.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And some room to maneuver. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, LA. Isaiah Spiller saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now up to 14. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Here's a handoff to Spiller.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, Spiller.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So no gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
The Garabay's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From his end zone, here's Renfro. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And they take a knee.